What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined. Before we get started, it's very important for you to know this is the short version of the review. If you want the super long, super in-depth version, make sure you check the link below or just hit the channel, it's there. I want to be very sensitive. I know not a lot of people's got a lot of time, so I did two versions of the review. Now, welcome home, Ramon, says this phone when I take it out of the box. You guys know me, or maybe you don't. I've been a huge Microsoft fanboy for years, and I continue to be so. And it's been 2 years and running since I've had the opportunity to be excited about a Microsoft flagship phone. Welcome the Lumia 950. There's a lot about this phone to like. There's a lot to dislike. Well, I wouldn't say dislike, but there's a lot that doesn't measure up. Let's start with the design. I'm not a big fan of the design, although it is not a terrible looking phone by any means. It's just not stunning. And my daily driver is a Note Edge, and that's a stunning design, and that's something I wanted Microsoft to do. I think it's a very utilitarian design. It's okay. It's okay for sure. Now, on the right side, you've got the volume rockers. You've got the power button in the middle as where it should be. Are you listening, HTC? You've got the dedicated camera button, which I think is dope, and I like that Microsoft continues to put that there. To the top of it, you have the auxiliary jack. On the left side, there's nothing. On the bottom is that USB Type-C. Round of applause for USB Type-C making its way around the technology community. It's going to be a good day when our laptops, our phones, and our cameras all use the same thing once again. Yes. To the back, you've got the camera hump. I'm not a fan of the big metal ring. You've got that speaker that sucks, to be quite honest with you. You got the triple flash LED. You've got this Microsoft logo that I quite like, and then the AT&T logo that I don't like at all. You see these two pinholes. This is to record audio, and also on the front, you see the same thing. On the front of it now, you got the front-facing camera, and then you have the you can't really see it until I turn it on. It starts looking for me, but that infrared scanner that's looking for my eyes, that's also off to the right side. You've got the earpiece grill, and then this lovely 5.2-inch Quad HD AMOLED 2560 by 1440 Gorilla Glass 3 wrapped display. Wow, that was a mouthful. The display is fine. I quite like it. What I'm not a fan of is you see on the bottom, we have the on-screen navigation bar. I wish they could have put that on the actual, the chin of the phone in the design. I feel like it just robs me of real estate, but nonetheless, it's okay. It comes and goes. It disappears when you're looking at pictures and stuff like that, which kind of freaks me out. That was an issue I had with I had with the M8 and the phone, the Windows version of the M8, and the buttons disappearing. Like, damn it, where'd they go? How do I get back from this picture? But nonetheless, it is what it is. In terms of specs, this guy comes home with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 processor, which is a hexa-core 1.8, 3 gigs of RAM. For those of you who know about the Windows Phone world, 3 gigs is plenty. I mean, we were surviving on 2 and we still had some room to go. 32 gigabytes of memory internal, and it is expandable. Clap, clap, round of applause. You got a 3000 milliamp removable battery. Again, clap, clap, applaud. We've got the USB Type-C. I think Microsoft did a really good job at checking the boxes here, especially things like the expandable storage and removable battery. Sure, they may have compromised on design, which is what I was complaining about, but I'm sure most people will appreciate that functionality over design, sorry. Let's talk features. What makes this device special? What makes it stand out? What makes it welcoming to the Windows guy after 2 years of absence? Iris scanner, Windows Hello. Yes, this is not a face detection thing. This is I don't know how they do it. It's magic, as pixie dust. This guy scans your eyes. something we've seen in like Mission Impossible, something crazy like that. It's actually scanning your eyes. Now, because the technology, I guess, has its limits, you need to hold the phone about a foot away from your face. Now, this can look a little doofy when you're out and about, but it does work, and the accuracy is stunning, really. I couldn't believe how accurate it was, even in low light situations. And that, of course, is part of Microsoft's Windows Hello, which you also see on your laptops, your Surfaces, and your desktops. And to get it on a desktop, you need to buy a special camera that supports it. So, yeah, not bad at all. Then there's Windows Continuum. I think Windows Continuum is dope. So it's this dream Microsoft is selling of you can plug it into a dock that costs $99 and then attach a keyboard and a mouse and a monitor, and boom, this thing is a full PC. In theory, it works, yes, and you know, yes, it is the same. The Windows that we use on our laptops is the same code as what we use on the phone now, and that a lot of that stuff is dope. Browsing the web, your emails, Word, but where it falls short is probably or mostly the applications that are available that you'll want to use when you're using a full PC. A lot of caveats here. Check out the longer version of this review where I go very in depth on that and why I think it's still a dream, but it's still dope. We have, of course, the wireless charging, well, which is something I actually do enjoy. You know, there's a lot of that stuff in Starbucks, and I think more companies should be building the wireless charging in. And kudos for them to not try to do some craziness they did with the 1520 where you had to snap some crap on the back of it. It's in there, it's flush, it's in the back of the case when you pull it off. Good job. Then there's my favorite part of the device, which is the camera. It's got that 20 megapixel Zeiss shooter on the back. Everybody loves Zeiss. Trust you me, I shoot Sony, so I'll tell you, Zeiss is no joke, and expensive as hell too. It's got a 1.9 aperture, which means you get a really good low light shots, especially when you combine that aperture with the optical image stabilization that's still going on. And it's a very capable shooter. I've been getting some wild images from this guy, and of course it shoots RAW, so it allows me to dump it into Lightroom and really fine tune the image and how I want it. And it still does the oversampling, which is what they used to call the lossless zoom. I think that's dope. It's got a triple LED flash. It's got rich capture, which pretty much is your HDR stuff, or you can dial in the intensity of the flash. It does 4K video now. It also does 10K. It also does 1080p at 60 frames a second, which is my preferred resolution for video. It's got a front-facing camera of 5 megapixels, and that also shoots 1080p. So yeah, the camera stuff is really dope. I think it's very capable. It's very fast. It's not as fast as something like the Galaxy, but it's much improved from what we had on the 1520. And I think it's a very capable camera. And I will be doing a separate video to just review only the camera. Pretty much it'll be one of our new series, Aperture. It'll be an Aperture episode where I really dive in deep. So overall, what do I have here? I think the 950 is a dope phone. I'm more so looking forward to the 950 XL because I'm a big fan of phablets. So me personally, this guy isn't for me, but these phones are one and the same. I think it's dope. I think it's exactly what Microsoft needed. I think it's what the fans been wanting. And I also think this is not going to thrust them into mainstream, mainly because there's a lot of bugs with the OS, man. This thing launched with pretty much still a beta version of Windows Phone, and that is that's very sad. It's very disheartening. A regular person, I can't recommend this to a regular consumer who would go in the store and pick this up because there's still a lot of shit crashing. It's not ready. I have no doubt that when it's ready, it'll be solid. But I mean, come on, guys. Like, my mom's been waiting for this phone forever, and now I don't know if I can recommend it to her. You know, it's just one of those things. But yeah, again, check out the long version of the review for a lot more in-depth details. I go into a lot of the hardware. I go into a lot of the conversation behind the App Store, so on and so forth. And yeah, leave your comment below. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Like the video and subscribe for more like this. It's your boy Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace.